It is a packed house at John Adams High School for the 2019-2020 Boys Red Championship game, and it's a repeat. They're both here again. It's the Glenville Tarblooders and the East Tech Scarabs. Hi, I'm Tim Wells, and my partners Joe Wise Jr. and Sam Woodfolk are in the house. And first we're going to talk about the Glenville Tarblooders. Joe, tell us about the keys to the game.
The Glenville Tarblooders' keys to the game is win the rebounding game. They need to make their free throws, and they need to avoid erratic play. This team can turn into a playground team and throw the playbook out the window so fast, Tim. The coach has got to control that. This is not a regular season game. This is a championship game, so every possession is important.
And when you look at their all-star players, they got some pretty good ones at that.
They got some pretty good ones. Number 0, the center, Tyshawn Smiley. 11th grade, 6'5", long, athletic. He's a shooter. And then you got Lorenzo Nettles. Number 3, 10th grade, floor leader, 12 points per game. Number 4, Caleb Bolton. Do people play fullback anymore? He played fullback. Gritty, tough, 11th grade, 6 feet tall. And then number 1, the MVP of the Senate League at 25 points per game, a 4.0 GPA, Brian Otrix.
And right now we're going to go down to Christian Patterson, who is with the head coach of the Glenville Tarblooders, Mike Holt.
Thanks, Tim. Coach Holt, you've been to so many city championships. Just talk about coming into this season and your team making it here once again.
Well, the feeling is always the same. I think this is my 16th city championship I've been in. It's unfortunate for Rhodes how we got here, but we're here now. So, you know, you always get the same feeling, you know, for all the marbles in the city. So I'm just proud to be here and ready to play against a formidable East Tech team.
Okay, what would a win in this city championship mean for you and your team?
Well, for me, it means to bring it back to the neighborhood. I'm a Glenville guy. All my life I've lived in the neighborhood, and it would be nice to bring it back for the community. And that's probably what, I know that's what Coach Moore is doing. So, you know, there's an emotional attachment to it. It's a good thing. It's a good rivalry, and you're going to see some good basketball.
What do you expect to see from your team today?
I told my guys at the beginning of a game like this, it's going to be a lot of hoopla and beating the chest and jumping up and down. But at the end of the day, after 2-3 minutes in the game, you got to settle down and play basketball. So I'm telling my guys to remain calm. It's a game of runs, and no matter what happens, keep playing hard.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And Sam, now we look at the East Tech Scarabs. Let's talk about the keys for them for their game.
Well, they as well talk about defensive discipline. Must control Glenville guards, must maintain the mental toughness, especially in Glenville emotional spurts.
And when you look at those all-star players, pretty good ones there as well.
They definitely have some good players. Number 0, Chris Peoples, he's a small guard. He's 11th grader, 6'4". Wow, he's our utility man, can do it all. Number 3, Ron Jenkins Jr., he's the other guard. He's a 12th grader, 5'8", hero in 2019. He's a solid floor leader, takes charge. Number 5, Marcos Vasquez. He's a guard, 11th grader, 6 foot. He's a great three-point shooter. He's an emotional leader.
And right now we're going to go down to Christian Patterson, who is with the head coach of the East Tech Scarabs, Brett Moore.
Thanks, Tim. I'm here with Coach Moore. Just talk about being in this Senate championship so many times, back here again. Talk about your season heading into this championship.
We came in the season with a young team and took our lumps early in the season. I front-loaded the schedule, but our youth and our immaturity in the beginning, we weren't really ready for some of the teams that we played, but now we've kind of like gelled, and just proud of this group, man, for persevering. You know, we only have 2 seniors, and, you know, have a young group, and just for these guys to persevere this season and just grow as a group and make it back to the city championship, it's a blessing.
And so after so many wins, let's talk about what another one under your belt would mean to you.
What I try to do, I try to win for each group. I don't try to do it for me. I try to do a certain level of winning just because I understand that college coaches want to deal with winners. And nothing says winning like championships. So, and also with East Tech being so historic, I just want to do my part as far as like restoring the pride and and the joy of that neighborhood and just the school itself.
And finally, what do you expect from your team coming into this game?
I expect them to play loose. Also, just going into the season, we weren't expected to be at the top of the league. We're right here again. Get these young guys experience, so we can keep this thing going, for years to come.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And right now we're going to go down to the main floor for the opening ceremonies.
Here in Cleveland, Ohio, for tonight's contest between the visiting Tarblooders of Glenville High School and the home team Scarabs of East Tech High School. These student athletes, the coaches, and the officials have put forth great effort in preparing for tonight's contest. Please respect them for their efforts and remember to respect the game regardless of the outcome. We live in the greatest country in the world with freedoms like no other. To honor America and respect for all who have served our country to defend our freedoms that we enjoy, we ask that you please stand for the playing of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. The officials signed to tonight's tournament contest game have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The officials are Ken McLean, Bernard Mitchell, and Chris Saris. And now to introduce the starters for both teams, introducing the non-starters from the visiting Glenville Tarblooders. The Tarblooders are coached by head coach Michael Holt and assistant coach Brian Ottrick Sr. Introducing first, wearing number 2, Raekwon Bryant. Introducing next for the Tarblooders, wearing number 5, Savante Quarles. Introducing next for the Tarblooders, wearing number 11, Damian Crawford. Introducing next for the Tarblooders, wearing number 12, Quali Glover. Introducing next for the Tarblooders, wearing number 15, Mike Huron. Introducing next for the Tarblooders, wearing number 22, Jeriel Benter. And last but not least, for the Tarblooders, number 23, Keon Cook. And now to introduce the non-starters for the East Tech Scarabs. Scarabs are coached by head coach Brett Moore, assistant coach Darrell Forrest, Dantes Sharp, and Adam Cunningham. Introducing first for the Scarabs, wearing number 4, Samar Cannon. Introducing next for the Scarabs, wearing number 1, Terrion Ellis. Wearing number 2 for the Scarabs, Antoine Morgan. Introducing next for the Scarabs, wearing number 12, Chris Pryor. Introducing next for the Scarabs, wearing number 13, Malik Bennett. Next for the Scarabs, wearing number 15, Deshaun Smart. Introducing next for the Scarabs, wearing number 21, Trayvon McGowan. And last but not least, for the Scarabs, wearing number 22, Maurice Banks. And now, to introduce the starters for both teams, introducing the starters of the visiting Glenville Tarblooders. At forward, a 6'5" junior wearing number 0, Tyshawn Smiley. Introducing next for Glenville, at guard, a 5'10" junior wearing number 1, Brian Atrix. Introducing next for Glenville, at guard, a 5'9" junior wearing number 3, Lorenzo Nettles. Introducing next for Glenville, at forward, a 6' junior wearing number 4, Caleb Bolton. And last but not least, for the Tarblooders, at forward, a 6'3" senior wearing number 10, William Anglin. And now to introduce the home team, East Tech Scarabs. Introducing first for the Scarabs, at guard, a 5'11" sophomore wearing number 24, Jordan Huff. Introducing next for the Scarabs, at forward, a 6'1" junior wearing number 11, Devontae Green. Introducing next for the Scarabs, at guard, a 6'4" junior wearing number 0, Chris People. Introducing next for the Scarabs, at guard, a 6' junior wearing number 5, Marcos Vasquez. And last but not least, for those Scarabs, at guard, a 5'8" senior wearing number 3, Ronald Jenkins Jr.
Well, Sam, as you can see, they're ready to go. They've been introduced. Let's take a look at the officials. They're all certified through the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
For today's contest, the CMSD Red Boys Championship game, we have their first official, Kenny McClain. He's a graduate of John Hay High School, inducted into the John Hay Hall of Fame in 2019. He's a lineman for the Cleveland Public Power. He's been officiating for 27 years. Following Bernard Mitchell, 1999 graduate from Benedictine High School, played basketball and football in high school, currently employed at dealer retired 8th year official. Chris Cyrus, graduate of Brunswick High School, basketball and baseball player in high school, certified jeweler, 7th year officiating.
Okay, we are underway. Just starting here at John Adams. East Tech will be in the white and the gold, as you can see. And in the black and white with the red trim is the Glenville Tarblooders. These two teams met 2 years ago in the championship game, and it was a nail-biter then.
Yeah, a lot of familiarity in this game, as this is their third meeting this year. Both teams have won on their own court. So at a neutral site, we're going to see what gives.
And again, if you missed the one last week, you missed a doozy. Our congratulations to the young Lady Hornets of John Hay as they captured the girls' championship over the East Tech Scarabs in a heck of a basketball game. The boys would like to repeat it right here. See if they can come back with another one.
And already off to a start is Brian Otrix. He's never met a shot he didn't like. It's by design that he takes that many shots. They want him shooting that many times. He is an incredible outstanding shooter at 25 points per game.
Well, it looks like East Tech is playing it like a matchup man-to-man.
Well, Sam, I will say this. I was at the last matchup at the East Tech campus, and East Tech ran a box and one on Mr. Notrix.
Well, you can see early on, their energy is high up in here today. He says, get it out of here. No, no, no.
Yeah, there's going to be at least 2 white jerseys everywhere number 1 goes. As you see, he has no help side responsibilities. His job is to keep Mr. Notrix from the ball.
Sam, you can see they got number 24, Jordan Huff. He's the stopper for the East Tech Scarabs, and he's the one on Otrix. So that'd be interesting to see that matchup and how it plays out.
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting because he's pretty much locking him up so far. He's not giving him breathing room. But you can still tell right now the jitters are still, I think, right now. Both teams, too many turnovers early on.
Floater in the lane comes up short as here comes Otrix with the ball. Great block out. You know, the strange thing about East Tech's 3-guard offense is Chris Peoples is more of a point guard than Vasquez or Jenkins. He will bring it up more, and Vasquez and Jenkins will spot up.
And we're going to get our first call of the ball game. And again, you look at it right here, and there's the push by number 4 from Glenville. That's his first. Caleb, team first.
Rebound by Smiley as Glenville tries to push the tempo.
Oh, man.
Well, they pushing the tempo on both ends.
Good pass here.
Looks like he might have got away with a little walk there.
Yeah, I thought he shuffled the puppies a little bit. But once again, look at the stagnant jerseys in black.
Lorenzo Nettles. Inside. There's the first bucket.
Put back by William Anglin. He's an incredible athlete. Mr. Hustle, Mr. Energy for these Tar Blooders.
Ron Jenkins tries to bury one from 3. Nothing doing. Into the hole. And a foul. So Jenkins with his first foul.
Nice left-handed pass by Nettles as he finds Anglin finishing the lane, and then a good foul by Jenkins as he helps him up, prevent the layup.
So at the line, William Anglin. And he hit it. So he split the pair.
Vasquez overtemps his first 3 ball. He will be looking for his 3 all night. Marcos Vasquez.
And there's another shot up. No good for 3. You see people stand with it.
Devontae Green. He's their leading rebounder for East Tech with 130 rebounds over the year.
Yeah, it looked like you could add 3 more to that one. He got 3 just on that trip.
Well, it looks like Glenville's playing a hawking defense also along with East Tech.
It's a 2-3. Sloppy play. Peoples with the dime.
When you talk about sloppy play, this is definitely a lot of sloppy play. This is a matter of an open gym with just a couple of officials on the court. But again, we're talking about the first quarter jitters.
It's a feeling out process. You got to get comfortable. You got to see the ball go in a couple times. That's a first for me, Tim. A get-back call in basketball. We usually see that on the sidelines of football. Another attempt by Vasquez. He will not be bashful.
See the officials removing the sidelines back a little bit to give them some room. Those chairs seem to sneak up more and more as the game goes on.
They want to get closer to action. So the Glenville went to a regular 2-3 and daring them to shoot the 3 ball.
And the free throw line is wide open.
Brian Otrix
doing what he does best, and that's put the biscuit in the basket. I'm kind of baffled by East Tech lack of, oh, what a pick. Oh, it's a layup.
Just won't fall for the East Tech Scarabs right now. In and out, in and out.
Good ball movement by the Tar Blooders. I'm telling you, Peoples can be a major problem at 6'4", coming downhill against your defense that's not set up yet. He's long, he's wiry, he sees everything.
The foul was on number 3.
Lorenzo Nettles got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Nice dime.
Oh, he got sneaky hands.
Ryan Utrix.
I'm telling you, you can watch a whole game of Brian Otrix and you'll think he got maybe 16, 17, and then you look at the stat sheet and he's got 25, 26. He scores in bunches. Two, three as well now for East Tech.
That was Raquan Bryant.
In a style of basketball with no shot clock, Tim, I don't understand why more teams don't go to that ball movement system like a Greg Popovich, where 7 seconds that ball should move. Each guy got 7 seconds to do something with the ball, and then it moves.
Well, that's where it's supposed to be, partner, but unfortunately it's not that way. That'll be number 4. Samir Cannon on the foul, East Tech.
Long shot by Jenkins, and the super athlete, William England, comes up with another board. I've seen that kid play baseball, play football, play basketball at a very high level. We got a little stall going on here. If East Tech is going to sit back in the 2-3, Glenville is going to take the air out of the ball.
And right now it's kind of a smart thing to do based on how they're operating.
Oh! Wow! Tyshawn Smiley. And who would have thunk it? We'll look at it from here.
So they work the clock down, and then their center pops out for almost a 30-footer and drains it, nothing but net at the end of the first quarter.
Hey, that's worth 4 points in my book. Wow.
So obviously, Sam, East Tech, they were talking about displaying discipline on the defense, controlling the Glenville guards. They haven't been able to do much with the guards, and then on top of it, the turnovers.
They're having unforced turnovers, one after another, and them Glenville guards, they're just putting pressure on them.
And then when you look at the other side, Joe, the Glenville team, he said win rebounding game, making free throws, avoiding erratic play, and up to this point, they've done a pretty good job of that in the first quarter.
Right now, they look very disciplined and sticking to their game plan of ball movement against the East Tech defense, where no one is playing any hero ball. Everybody's playing team basketball, and the ball is moving. Everybody's sharing it. Everybody's touching it.
So here we are, 12-2. This looks oh so familiar. It's like they play from behind and come back every time.
I'd rather have a team that finishes strong than starts strong.
There's the bucket.
That's Caleb Bolton. Gritty, tough. He goes into the heart of the defense, right down the middle of the lane, and gets him a layup and a free throw.
So it looks like they caught a warning for delay of game or something here.
I think it was on the coach. I believe that's what it was. So on the free throw, we're looking at number 4, Caleb Bolton. So he makes it a 3-point play. 15-2.
Yeah, at this point, Glenville has played a flawless game. Strange bucket there.
Hey, they needed that one. Wow. They've gone scoreless almost the whole first quarter. Now we're to the second, so they needed that bucket.
Ran out of real estate on that baseline drive.
Well, they are definitely letting the young men play. There's that pressure they talked about.
Early Christmas gift there, that break as Marco Vasquez blows the layup.
You know, that's one of them times that he want to have that one back. He was indecisive.
Wow, a 5-second call.
Yeah, he definitely wants that one back.
That's a mental mistake right there on Glenville's part.
Yeah, that backboard is your friend, Tim. Living life without it, you're taking chances. Jenkins is trying to get somebody at that free throw line area because that's the hot spot.
All right, well, they're trying to penetrate that middle. It takes a little bit more when you dribbling. A simple cut and a pass, that'll beat them every time.
Fouls on Ostrich, that's his first, team third.
Tough inbound. It's a hot area. Oh, man. Oh, loose balls.
Glenville may have bailed them out on that one. There's just a lot of rough play right now going on with the East Tech Scarabs. They got to settle down, settle in.
They called that foul on number 4.
Possessions to stay down here. And that's just bad positioning right there. He's underneath the basket there. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, it's tough to carve out some space down in there. There's the flash to the free throw line area. tough look.
You know, right now, if I did not know any better, I would really say that East Tech guys are having a tough time just penetrating that 2-3 zone.
I think there's too much dribbling going on. Instead of cutting to the open spot and getting the ball. They'll address that, I'm sure. From 3, no good. And here comes the Scarabs to the hole. You knew that was going in. Vasquez, you got me once, you ain't getting me another time.
Yeah, he had to atone for that last one, so he had to make sure he used the backboard on that one.
Yeah.
The square. I do believe that's what they teach you over at Michael J. Zone.
I know, Joe, you know a lot of these kids have been through your program, come there during the camps and fundamentals on things, but the off-season is so important to them.
It really is rewarding to see them put down their goals and then around February and March try to go out and obtain them. And both of these teams are very close to their goals.
So 4:50 to go, second quarter. East Tech trailing, but they are making a run here.
You know, one of the keys to East Tech Scarabs' keys to the game was simply control Glenville guards, but also the mental toughness, maintain mental toughness. So this is that spurt they were talking about.
And you know, with the three-point shot, as horribly as they played, they're down 10, and we've all seen 10 disappear very quickly with the emergence of the three-point shot.
England 62% from the line for the season. Splits the pair. Raquan Bryant, 10th grader.
I tell you the other thing, Sam, Tim, not only is Glenville executing, but it looked like they're having fun. They're running and guys are making plays and clapping and high-fiving.
Well, that is definitely the case right now because they're pretty much up and down on court, up and down. And you know, like anything else, Joe, that offense, you have more fun on offense than you do on defense.
Gonna fire a three, in and out. Again, Anglin on the board.
Great strip down by Jenkins.
Ron Jenkins.
Now, I gotta tell you, he looked like Ron Jenkins Sr. on that one, because Ron Jenkins Sr. don't pass that much, but he loves to shoot. Uh-oh.
Officials are huddling it up. I don't know if they saw it. They're talking about it right now. See if we can get it on the replay.
Yeah, Brian Otrix did like a matrix move and went down to one hand, and I don't know if he traveled or not, but it sure was a tough play.
Well, it looks like they're calling
Tell
an
us right
inadvertent
here.
whistle.
No, he didn't travel with that. That's not a travel. He had his hand down.
Yeah, he put his hand down.
Both feet down. There was a good no call. Probably anticipated it.
Look at all the attention Brian Otrix drew.
We'll look at it right here. Comes through right here to the basket, and they're going to call a foul. And it looks like it was 13 on the floor.
And that was definitely interesting because they missed the first one but got the second one. So, hey, that's the and one Can he finish it?
Quan Bryant. 21-10, 3:15 to go here in the second quarter. The Glenville Tar Blooders in black lead. Don't count out the Scarabs. It's a long way to go. We've seen them come back before on TV20.
See, plays like that gives East Tech life.
Oh, they're going to call a travel.
Yeah. Coach Brett, I know he is really wishing he'd just make it to halftime. Just make it to halftime right now so they can make the adjustment. Because they just got to settle down. They're playing very radical, and that takes just a little bit of talking to when you got about a few minutes to talk to them.
This must be the all-time low for them. They're wiping off some of the moistness on the ball and cleaning it up. We want to remind you that at halftime, we will be looking at the Cleveland Metropolitan School District All-Star Cheerleaders, as well as we're going to try to grab, Christian Pass try to grab one of the coaches and talk to him at the half. We'll see if we can do that. Try to go inside, and they're going to call a travel.
You just can't force it. You got to take what the defense gives you.
Well, every time Octrick gets the ball, there's three guys there.
He draws the crowd. He draws the crowd.
Jenkins inside, bounce pass.
There you go.
That is the most offensive continuity the Scarabs have had tonight. You hit the high pick and roll. Jenkins gets into the paint, drops off a dime. Oh man!
Oh, you didn't want to do that. Turnover to points. Turnover to points. 23-12.
Well, this is another one of those spurts where the coach says, maintain mental toughness. You got to get through it.
Yeah, right now, Marcos Vasquez is telegraphing his passes, and the Glenville defense is anticipating where he's going by looking at his eyes.
So Toronto,
That is definitely not the answer. And that's a, wow. One extra pass, get the ball into the paint.
It's the indecisiveness of East Tech, and I got to give the credit to the defense of Glenville.
so with 1:25 to go, the Tar Blooders call time, and they're up by 11. It seems like the East Tech team, Sam's getting a little idea about penetrating, dropping it off to break that zone.
You know, they have spurts of it, but they just can't finish it. They need to, I'm sure in the half, they're going to say you have to be consistent. Do what you've been doing in terms of one pass, two pass, three pass, and now let's take a shot in the interior. They're beating themselves right now.
So with 1:25 to go in the half, the Tar Blooders are up by 11. They got on them early. We're leading at the end of the first quarter, 12-2. In this quarter, they're pretty much playing even when you look at the points.
There's a good defensive play. Now they need to convert to basket now. Converting. They must have heard because you got an and one.
Chris Peoples, an early offense. He is coming downhill before they can set up their zone, and that seemed to be the best offense they've had tonight.
You know, in transition, defense turns the offense all day long. If they can continue at that pace, they can get more scores off of a layup.
Three-point play. 23-15, 1 minute to go here in the half, and they got a foul off the ball. 24. They called it on Jordan Huff, and I'm sure it was a little pushing and shoving going on. He's been dealing with Otrix. You see him right there. He's about ready to hold him right now. So now he calls it on Otrix for pushing off.
So it looks like it's going to be a battle there. That's going to be a defensive battle on that one.
Well, anytime I had to guard a really good scorer, I always wanted to know what I was allowed to get away with. And I think that's what Orr is trying to figure out. I'm sorry, Huff. That's what Huff's trying to figure out.
Foul is on number 10. William Hanglin.
But once again, it's going through Chris Peoples. He is the focal point of the offense, trying to get down there early before they set up their 2-3 and find that early offense.
Well, I'm going to refer back to one of the keys to the game. The coach said, maintain mental toughness.
And as Sam talked about mental toughness, I bring up Glenville saying we have to avoid erratic play. Well, that's where we're at right now, erratic play. Oh, my goodness.
Whoa.
Did they call that a charge?
Yes, they did. I got to tell you something, Tim. You got to be a man to stand in there and take that knee right in the chest. You got to be a bit of a man.
Look at it here, folks. He was there. Yeah, it's the right call.
If he doesn't do that, Tyshawn Smiley is hanging from the rim.
And he would have made a nice poster on that one.
30 seconds to go. 5-point ball game, 23-18. They seem comfortable to hold it.
Yeah, Brett's not going to give them an opportunity to go down and even get a look at it.
I'm taking Jenkins going somewhere with it.
Oh, we got a whistle underneath. Wow. Strip down causes the loose ball.
And Scaly Glover is first. But go ahead, Joe.
Green just playing cleanup, you know, off of Jenkins' lead. Can't knock down the free throw.
Now Green on the line. He's one of their poorest free throw shooters for the season. So he's only shooting 31%. But he's hanging in there today, getting at least half of them.
Wow, Chris, your jinx worked in reverse that time.
It did, didn't it? Well, they survived. East Tech survived that first half of a lot of turnovers.
Sam, I got to say they did more than survive. They got back in this game.
we said over and over and over, and he talked about must maintain mental toughness. I keep saying it over and over and over because that he wanted to make sure that he stressed that. So they survived the first half.
So 23-19 at the half. We're going to be right back as Christian Patterson has a couple interviews that we're going to be talking to some very special people.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Need food? We can help. The Greater Cleveland Food Bank's Benefits Outreach Department works within the community to help individuals locate food and apply for SNAP and other public benefits. Weekdays, our help center accepts phone calls from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and walk-ins from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 216-738-2067 or stop in our facility at 15500 South Waterloo Road. Our benefits outreach counselors are out in the community every day assisting with benefit enrollment and connecting the community to vital resources. Keep your eye out for our food truck, providing free, fresh produce and SNAP enrollment in the community. For more information, visit www.greaterclevelandfoodbank.org/gethelp.
I'm here with Ken. Just give us some information on your background and how happy you are to be going into John Hayes Hall of Fame.
Well, that was the most humbling award that I received in my life. To know that thousands of students and come across through those John Hay doors, and for them to recognize me for community service and being a John Hay alumni was just humbling for me. Totally outstanding. Also, I volunteered and coached an outreach ministry for our Open Door Missionary Baptist Church, and we went out and we got young men to play for our team. We also ministered unto them under the leadership of Pastor Benjamin Franklin and the Open Door Missionary Baptist Church. We had a very good, successful year. This was one of the awards that we got from the Cleveland Press. For the Call-in Post gave us this for this award, and this was some of our students that played from our team. A lot of them are here today, and I'm grateful to see them guys here to represent Open Door Missionary Baptist Church, and they're thriving young men now, developing to the community, and it's a very positive influence on society.
Thank you, Ken. I want to thank you for all the great work you've done in the community.
Thank you.
Just let me be there for you anytime. It's so fine. For you I done the longest line. It's so fine. My girl broke out and wine. Mash up my brain, you want mash up my mind. When bad man and that's when them man. I'll be your sunshine this time. My girl, if you want just call me. Anytime I love life start get pounded. We keep it team up and slam it. Be a new team up and Miller Army. Come and love off the shape of your body. I'ma know so you want come party. If you know say you want me target, girl, I'll be that target. Sexy chick like I might be requisite. Hot girl's gonna be my darling. Get with it, my beat if it's not with it. Hot girl's gonna eat my calling. From Kingston up to New Orleans, New Jersey right back to Swallin. You can know this boy is darling. We put in all in. Just let me be there for you anytime. It's so fine. For you I done the longest line. It's so fine. My girl broke out and wine. Wash up my brain, you want mash up my mind. When bad man and that's when them nine. All the years sunshine. Good.
Let's take a nice big round of applause for the 2020 Senate All-Star Squad.
You've been watching the CMSD All-Star Cheerleading Squad. Again, the young ladies from John Hay, Deja Craig, Kara Knight from John Marshall, Samantha Robinson from John Adams, Ari McGregor from Marshall, Nia Weaver from Adams, and Jesse Woolfolk from John Marshall. Coaches Jatwan Green, Tashay Weaver, and their choreographer Karen Jones. We are at halftime and ready to start the second half. And Sam, let's take a look at the stats for East Tech. What is it telling us?
Well, the stats telling us right now that East Tech was in trouble that first half. They were 0 for 7 from the 3-ball. 0 for 7. Wow, unbelievable stat. Then it went, only 37% from 2-point land, which obviously that hurt in that first and second quarter. So we're looking to say that the second half should be a lot better.
And then obviously, Joe, the Glenville Tar Blooders, first quarter lights out. What went wrong here, and what is stats telling us?
Well, the worst thing in sports is to forget how you had success. You go away from that and you start doing totally different things, and then success is not going to be with you any longer. They were 1 of 7 in the half, shooting the 3-ball. They really don't need 3-point shots when you're up as big as they were. Their misses from 3 let East Tech crawl back into the game.
Well, here we go. Second half action, 23-19.
I'm anticipating Brett going back to the face guard of Brian Notrix, because Brian Notrix will feel like it is hero time and he will try to take this thing over. If you let him do that, you will be watching them celebrate with the trophy.
So the players are out here. I don't know what the delay is. Here comes the officials. So somebody didn't get to them. But we are now getting ready to get started here. It'll be Glenville ball. Again, you're watching the CMSD Boys Red Division Championship game between the Glenville Tar Blooders and the East Tech Scarabs. They immediately get in underneath and draw the foul.
That is just a mental breakdown, period. There's no excuse for it.
On the backside, Sam, you had Jordan Huff face guarding Brian Notrix. So you got 4 other people to guard the lane, and somebody lost somebody.
So Caleb Bolton hits the first. So they'll split the pair. 24-19. Glenville, here comes East Tech. And they are going to call a trap.
Right now you see East Tech, they're doing the same thing they were doing in the first half and just coming out just really sluggish. A mental lapse on the defensive side, and then a come back on offense and get a traveling call. They better get it together. They better get it together soon here.
Tim, Sam, one of the first things I learned in organized basketball, if you split 2 people, don't expect no help from the ref.
And that's basic fundamentals there, Coach.
They're trying to get it inside. And they got a foul underneath. Calling on 0 for pushing off. That's Tyshawn Smiley's second. And team first. Jenkins inside.
Yeah.
Just indecisive.
Just way too indecisiveness. They're playing that 2-3 zone. They have to penetrate the middle. And another turnover. Unbelievable.
They gave it right back to him. They're going to go down all the way to the other end. And an easy bucket.
Well, that turned into be a big-time basket because they needed. They needed that one bad.
So Chris Peoples with the bucket. That's his 6th point of the ball game.
You see they're taking away Mr. Notrix. Jordan Huff has one responsibility over there in the corner.
Jenkins for 3. And we are tied with 5:51 to go in the ball game.
Well, that was a big time shot there because that was crucial. They needed that. If they ain't need another shot ever, that was crucial there.
I just love basketball. You lay a total egg in the first quarter, total stinker. Second quarter, you start to get it going. 5:51 in the third quarter, we're tied up. Like none of that ever happened.
Well, you can tell that you have to tip your hat also to Brett Moore. He's made some nice adjustments here. And Joe, you called it. That box and one came out on Otrix, and they can't get the ball to him.
You know, I sat there at game 2 at East Tech, and I watched as that box and one just gave him problems after problem. Somebody on the Glenville sideline needs to draw something up, come up with a different design to try to attack this.
And you see they're playing full denial on him.
You know, when I'm kind of like, where is the pick to free him up? That's my question. Now they called the foul underneath, and it was a solid foul on number 24, Jordan Huff. That's his second, team second.
You know, Tim, once upon a time in the 90s, you'd have one guy with the ball, and then you'd have 3 other guys setting screens for the best shooter on the team. Detroit Pistons won a championship like that in 04, I do believe. Rip Hamilton.
Tashawn Smiley puts Glenville back up on top. Here's Jenkins again. 3, Ron Jenkins.
He's catching fire now.
And there's the lead. Just like that, they're in the lead. Amazing. Ron Jenkins was daring Lorenzo Nettles to shoot the ball down the lane.
Well, Coach said he's a solid floor leader, and he takes charge. Well, he is definitely doing that now.
He's been here before. 2019, the biggest moment, he made one of the biggest East Tech baskets. As Nettles says, okay, you want me to shoot it? I'll shoot it, and drops the 3.
Okay, looks like we got a game here.
Glenville has got to switch their defense. Look at the gap, look at the cushion. Look at the cushion in between Jenkins and Lorenzo Nettles.
They are almost standing flat-footed against this defense. It's boxing one. They don't know what to do.
The one time Brian Otrix Jr. touches the ball, it results in a turnover. This is just, oh no, not another one. This is masterful coaching.
Well, that shot there was simply heat check.
Heat check.
31-29, Glenville with the ball, can tie it and take the lead on this one. Didn't drop. They're looking down floor. Otrix can't foul, he's already got a couple. Count the bucket for Vasquez. 33-29, East Tech is out on top.
The turnover.
It's that tenacious G, they done picked it up.
Oh, wow. This should be a pull-up jump shot somewhere in the lane right there. Why sign up for a beating? You just go in there and they just beat on you. You never even get the shot off.
No, he did not.
33-29. Glenville frustrated with this defense.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, that boxing one has Glenville shook right now.
Devontae Green with the bucket.
And they're actually rotating players to defending.
The fresh guy, the fresh guy. You sub in a Malik Bennett. Now he's the fresh guy and he chases Otrix around. He's only got one responsibility. Could you imagine Sam having one responsibility on defense?
That's it, that's all. It's a tough one.
Bucket by Raquan Bryant. Brings it down to 4. We're in the third quarter. 2 minutes to go. 35-31 East Tech. Bounce pass and they turned it over.
Yeah, Devontae Green, the excellent rebounder, was telling Chris Peoples, go ahead and shoot it, man. I'll get it off the rim if you want me to get it.
Man, this young man playing defense on Ostrich is going all out.
You saw they did try to put a screen on him that time. It wasn't a great screen, but they went over to help to free up Otrix. 35-31. And here's the guy they call their stopper throwing the ball in, Jordan Huff. He's been on Otrix one-on-one the whole day here, especially after the first quarter. They came out in the second half with a box and one, and they're determined to make sure Otrix isn't the one to beat him, and right now it seems to be working.
I think this is a mistake on the Tar Blooders' behalf. Sitting back into a zone, letting time tick off the clock. I understand we're just in the third, but I think this is a mistake by the Glenville Tar Blooders.
Well, East Tech needs to keep on flashing to the middle. You know, they want to take the air out of the ball, but at the same time, they have to keep flashing to the middle to exploit that defense. As you see here, a nice
ball
drive.
right there in the bump. Jazz Bolton picks up his third.
They're about to space Glenville out and take them one-on-one. They made them come out of their 2-3 zone because they're down. So now they come out and they play man-to-man, and East Tech is going to spread this floor and just attack them.
I think they're trying to create some fouls here so we get to the end of the game, they can go to the bonus. And right now, Ron Jenkins right to the hole. Easy bucket.
There's no rim protector, Tim. because he has to go out and guard somebody 20 feet away from the bucket. Great hustle by Nettles to follow his shot.
Well, one positive thing you can say on this defensive side now about the Scarabs, they're not giving up and they're continuously applying pressure.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that was Bryant on the shot and the follow. And that's Raekwon Bryant at the free throw line, 10th grader. It's tough. He's out here matching wits with a senior, and he's a sophomore. And some of the decision making is just going the East Tech way. It should be the last possession of the third quarter.
Okay, so now it did work, but they pulled him out of that zone, and now they're in a matchup man-to-man.
Look how spread out they are.
There's too much dribbling, too much.
Let me take this moment to tip my cap to Brett Moore, who spends so much time in practice on taking these charges.
So the foul is on Bryant.
Well, I just got a third quarter stat that's unbelievable. East Tech was 8 of 9 for 88% shooting from the field. That made the difference in that third quarter, Tim and Joe.
It was the Ronald Jenkins show. Ronald Jenkins Jr. took over that third quarter, inside, outside, penetrating to the hole, taking charges, doing it on both ends, and just being a senior, somebody who's been there. And it says solid floor leader and takes charge next to his name. I mean, it's the Ronald Jenkins show. I've done this before. I've been here before. I know exactly how this is going to play out.
Well, that's what you look for in senior leadership. It was a year ago. They were walking out of the gym over at East Tech. They thought Rhodes had won the game, and it was him with less than 7 seconds to go, drives the lane, scores the bucket to tie, and everybody had to come back into the gym. And that should have been the first indication that this young man is going to be very special. Yeah, we talk about the father and all that, but this player from last year to this year drastically improved. Way, way, way more than he was a year ago.
He flat out put the work in. If you go to Lonnie Burton Rec Center on any given Saturday morning in the summertime, you will see this kid in a hot gym putting his work in when nobody's looking. Integrity is doing the right things when nobody's looking. And this kid's got integrity, and he loves the game.
So here we are, fourth quarter, 37-32. East Tech leads by 5. Jenkins to the hole, no. Rebound, give it back to East Tech, and they drew a foul.
Strong rebound by Smiley.
Called it on 24. This is Jordan Huff. That should be his third.
It's amazing, Tim, that Jordan Huff only has 3 fouls, chasing Brian Otrix Jr. around the whole night.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, you know, if they start sending, now you see they're getting some screens for him. They went back to the zone, so they're not playing the boxing one. They get a nice pass inside. A great pass by number 3, Lorenzo Nettles, to Khalid Bolton for the bucket.
that may have been the best offensive series that we've seen all night. Constant passing, moving without the ball.
I think Brett Moore did him a favor and took the box and one off. People.
Chris Peoples for 3. Extends the lead right back to 6. 40-34. Otrix.
Just where he's catching the ball, Sam, he's not a threat to do anything when he catches the ball almost 35 feet away from the bucket.
Not only that, but when he catches, he's not in shooting position. So these are little things that you have to catch and correct it. Well, it's the fourth quarter, so you ain't got much time to do it.
To quote Yogi Berra, it's getting late early.
6:23.
Now, you know, that was one of them shots you say, no, don't shoot that.
Fool's goal. Fool's goal. He just hit one, so now he think he's hot.
Well, and we've seen that so many times. And the first time he did it, and the coach said, don't shoot that, he said, good shot, good shot. Second time he did it, oh, no. We've seen it so well, so many times.
So Glenville calls a full timeout here. We're going to go right in the huddle and see what is going on right now.
You gotta move. You gotta cut. Replace. Move. Move the ball. Stop lifting the level off the ball. And just get to the basket and look out the floor. You good. Keep your head up. You all right?
All right, Mr. Joe Wise, what's he telling him?
He's looking for more ball movement. I would rather have a little bit more player movement than the ball. And like I said, if one guy got the ball, that means 3 guys can set screens for Otrix, and I would have him run off those screens.
Well, it's sure like what I was reading. It sounds like he's trying to get the ball inside, too. Maybe I misinterpreted what he was saying.
That's going to be tough with East Tech's ever-changing zone offense, because now it looks like a 3-2. And Peoples is at the top, so that's going to impair a lot of vision. Here comes Otrix, and he passes. Oh, got the cheeky.
Yeah, that was a bailout there.
So Green with the foul. That's their 5th. And the bucket by Tashawn Smiley.
Yeah, Green, who is usually a solid blockout man and a solid rebounder, kind of fell asleep on the backside on that one. And Smiley snuck in there.
And he got it. 3-point play, 40-37.
Deflection.
Great pass by Lorenzo Nettles to Caleb Bolton.
And the momentum have changed.
We are down to 1. Here comes Jenkins. I'm surprised who they have on there. They call the foul on number 2 from Glenville, and that's Raquan Bryant.
Absolutely. Watch Ron Jenkins sell this foul. Oh, ref, he's killing me.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes you have to do that, right?
Oh, Lord, here we go, guys.
Hey, man.
Come on now.
A little acting, a little Hollywood class. You got to bring attention to when you get wrong. Here we go again. Oh, we got set.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I tell you, somebody pulled him off balance. You got to stand strong. Let's see if we
Let's
can see
look at it here.
Right there.
Oh, he definitely fouled him. Levin got away with one there.
Well, you know, the hand is part of the ball, so hey, got to toughen up.
I played this game a long time, Sam. I never knew what that quite meant.
Thought they had 5 seconds. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul where he hooked him.
He hooked him.
We'll look at it right here.
Too much.
See, he's got the ball. Now watch this. There's the hook right there. Good call by the official.
Yep.
Marcos Vasquez with the foul.
And Bolton knew it. Bolton knew it immediately. Big possession right here.
That's smart.
Let's
you don't have a good play, pull it out.
And this is what Coach was looking for, ball movement. We even got some player movement. Tough pass there.
So I don't like this standing around a little bit here. Otrix gets caught, you know, and he's in the corner. He's just waiting for the ball instead of coming to the ball.
And that's crucial because they need him to be active.
Because to me, the zone is not working that hard.
Anglin right on the button. He could have had it, put him to lead, but he didn't. He's been playing great for him.
This should be an ISO.
They put a quicker guy on him.
Timeout, Brett Moore.
Yeah, and that's a good timeout on that one because you need to settle his players down. They've gone about 2 or 3 minutes, if not longer, without scoring a basket. Settle them down.
And it's just stagnant, one-on-one playground basketball.
Well, again, we're going to go in here and look to the huddle and see what Brett Moore is going to draw up. Again, there's the veteran coach. They're the defending champs. He's trying to bring it back again. I'll tell you, half the thing in coaching is being able to relate the information. Players believe in it and they go out and execute it. And that only comes through hard work. And you mentioned it, Joe, the amount of work that Brett Moore does with those guys. You know, all the coaches in the Senate really, some of them put a lot of work and effort in to make this work.
You got to nowadays, in order to compete in today's high school basketball, you're not just practicing every day after school. You got to get some Saturdays in. You got to get some Sundays in. You got to get in the swimming pool. You got to run outside. You got to get in the weight room. There's so many dynamics that go into winning basketball championships. Wow.
Hey,
wow.
Dodge went on that one. You know, again, just rush that shot. And I'm sure Coach was saying, just take it easy, be patient.
Did you notice that Jenkins and Vasquez is both in the same spot? No spacing. Huge rebound. Huge rebound on the backside.
Smiley with the buckets. Don't look now. But the Tarblers are up by 1.
And we got us our championship game.
He missed it. Oh my. Tarblooders with the lead.
I'd go pick and roll with Notritz and Mr. Smiley. Let's see if he brings Smiley out. This is Nettles. He didn't take the shot.
Yeah.
He grabbed him. We're on the floor.
That looked like it was a an intentional foul, but I don't understand why. I mean, he just literally grabbed him.
He literally just grabbed him right there.
That was 0 with the foul, which is Chris Peoples. And going to the line is number 3, Lorenzo Nettles. It's his first trip to the line today.
Yeah, this is 1-1. This is a live ball.
Count it. Big free throw.
Huge.
And it may come down to free throws at the rate this game is going.
That was such a strange foul by Chris Peoples.
I did not understand that one myself. However, coach must have a plan.
So 42-40, 2:46 to go. And obviously, these two teams, they got everybody on the edge of their seat. It seems like it becomes an annual event no matter what gym we play in.
No matter how this thing starts out, somebody's going to make a run. Somebody's going to get back in it. It's going to be a lot of emotion. And then somebody will make an emotional run. And then there's also a little hero factor.
Well, you take all of that in consideration, and I'm going to say it's going to come down to free throws. Because at the rate this game is going, it's all about the free throws, these last 2 minutes and some change.
Well, again, at the line is Lorenzo Nettles. He hit the first one to extend the lead. Thing to keep an eye on is that bonus with the visiting team. They've only got 4 fouls. So even if they foul, East Tech can't go to the line.
That's a great luxury to have late.
.230 and running. 3-point Glenville Tarbloodler lead. These two teams split during the year. And we got a held ball. And it's going to go to Glenville. .219. So they're going to try to pick him up. Glenville was beating it to it. Takes it to the hole. He missed it.
Layup.
Here comes Jenkins. And you know where he's going with it.
Well, it looks like they want to stall a little bit, but they can't stall. And another turnover. This is crucial.
So 43-40.
You know, I'm going to say this. You know, when East Tech came out of that boxing one, it seemed like things just did not go their way anymore. They've allowed Glenville to pretty much control the tempo of the game at this point.
The third quarter seemed like such a long time ago. It was total domination by East Tech.
So if I have it right, Glenville still has 1 timeout left. John Hay has 3. But really, when you look at this the last few minutes, East Tech's been their worst enemy.
Most definitely, because again, they came out of the boxing one, and they're getting turnover after turnover after turnover. They're committing turnover after turnover. So they're beating themselves. You know, again, Coach did talk about maintain mental toughness. Well, this is that moment. Right now, you got to look yourself in the eye and say, do you want it or you don't want it?
Okay, 1:58 to go in the ball game. 3-point lead, Glenville. To the corner. They're going to fire the 3. No.
we don't have the early offense by Chris Peoples anymore. They're actually pulling it out and running something.
Ron Jenkins.
And again, that's all of that isolation, one-on-one stuff.
So with 1:28 to go, Jenkins is going to take out the ball underneath here. And East Tech will take a 20-second timeout. I like this call right here because usually they've been able to set up a nice play and come in on a score, which is what they really need right now. And Joe, you got to think Glenville's thinking, hey, pack the middle, make him shoot the outside shot. Don't let him get nothing inside.
Right. They should be expecting the penetration from either Peoples or Jenkins. And they need to slide over and set themselves up to be in a position to take an offensive foul. But they cannot allow East Tech Scarab to just come down the middle of the lane and score. No uncontested shots, and everyone must block out.
Well, if they can get a score here, that would be very, very big because no time would have run off the clock.
Going to get it inside. Back to Jenkins.
He got fouled. So now that's even better. If they can score with the clock not running, that's even better.
So Jenkins will be on the line. Actually, this is his first free throw attempt in this game. He's 65% from the free throw line during the regular season.
And again, we talked about free throws. It's going to come down to free throws. Who can make them and who cannot.
So there was a lane violation on Otrix where he came in after the ball was handed. Now either he moved or that's what it was.
Wow. So he get 2 more attempts at it.
He made that one count.
Tim, that's all I needed in my career was a practice shot before every time I went to the free throw line.
Hey.
I don't think the other team's going to keep doing that. So if he's on target, he should hit this one 2 out of 3. And he does.
That's one of the biggest lane violations I've ever seen in my life.
43-42 East Tech.
Look at that
long
ball.
pass underneath. And he hit him. William Englund. And who made the toss? Lorenzo Nettles.
That's a foul. A little over-aggressive. Bolton knew it. Bolton knew it.
Yeah, he actually bailed him out because they had the trap going.
Yeah.
Well, this game is definitely not over. And it's only a 3-point game.
But once again, like Tim said, they're just now into the bonus. They have to take that ball out. If they could have been shooting free throws on that, that would have really helped East Tech.
45-42. Jenkins for the tie. Put it in the ball. Here we go one more time. We are tied at 45. Ron Jenkins. 1 year ago, he put a layup in to put him in overtime. This time he buries the 3.
Hey, he was feeling it. And he's got the goal like to shoot, and he shot it.
No emotion. No emotion.
Okay, Glenville, let's hear it, Joe. What are we doing here? We need a bucket.
All right, this is the whole thing. I like Nettles pulling Mr. Smiley out and going high pick and roll so he can get into the lane. You can use Otrix, you can use Nettles. They've used Raekwon Bryant, but somebody has to get that high pick and roll, get into the lane and make something happen.
And what's Brett telling his guys, Sam?
He is telling his boys right now, tighten up on defense. What he should be doing is going to that box and one. Keep Nettles away from the ball.
You look right now, there he is, Jordan Huff on Brian Otrix.
Oh, yeah. He must have heard somebody up in the table.
We're back into the box and one.
40 seconds. Bryant.
He's got it.
Nettles looks to go to the middle. Bryant back out.
Smiley needs to go set the screen.
To the hole, and he got fouled. And the foul was by number 11, Devontae Green.
He was moving. Yeah. Good call.
Well, Tim and Joe, I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Talking about free throws, baby. Can he knock them down or can he not?
He missed the first.
The game is coming down to free throws.
Sean Bryant. He's been 1 for 6, but he'd sure like to make it 2 for 7 right here. No, he missed them both. Timeout. On the floor. 24 seconds to go. Oh, we got to get into the huddle and see what Brett's going to draw up now.
Well, he's got to be going. He's got to be thinking. He's going for the last shot. He's going to kill the clock at the free throw line. That is my prediction. I see it coming right now. It's all about the free throws now, baby.
So if you're Brett Moore, what are you going to do here, Sam?
Well, again, I'm going to say it like this here. He's got to kill the clock. It's one shot, and it's got to be towards the basket. Either a layup or no shot at all. No jumpers, no three-pointers, no none of that. There's got to be everything's going to the basket. Get to the line and make the free throws.
There is a house that's up on their feet. And Brett Moore will draw it up one more time. You see it, 24.9. Both teams are in the bonus. Even though you're seeing 6 and 8, the next foul would definitely put him in the bonus. Brett's got his hands up. I feel this is going to work. Watch this. Here we go.
You know, I got to tell you, if I'm Coach Holt, I might steal a page from Brett Moore's book, and I might go boxing one on Ron Jenkins Jr. You cannot let him catch this ball. Too late.
So 22 seconds. They got a fast guy on him.
The count is on.
Jenkins to the hole. No. Rebound, Glenville. Oh, he called a held ball.
Oh, wow. Well, it's going to be white ball.
6 seconds to go.
Well, they get one more shot at it.
They're up on their feet. We're tied. Brett Moore wants Jenkins to throw it in. Glenville's trying to defend.
Watch for the ball getting back into Jenkins' hands. Right there.
I don't think he's going to get it off. He did. Oh! He had it. Jenkins.
And this place has erupted. He's a big-time player and a big-time shot. Wow.
Tim, I need to see the replay. I need to see the replay, Tim.
Oh, my Lord, the senior will remember this for a long time.
Yeah.
There's some happy scarabs in the house. You look at it here.
He definitely got it off. He definitely got it off.
you knew they were going to give it to him. And you got to give him credit. He was right up on him. He was playing good defense. Unbelievable.
The crazy thing about it, Tim, it was a three-point attempt.
Yes, it was. Here it is one more time. Ron Jenkins Jr.
And then he says, love me. East Tech family, love me.
That might be one of them shots that, can it make sports? Can it make sports Center top plays? Is it possible?
In 2019, Rhodes had a game, and he came down and put it in the tie to put him to overtime for a win. This time it's the three-point shot, and there's no way to say it any better. They'll call him Mr. Clutch when it comes to winning ball games.
He will always go down in East Tech history as one of the most clutch performers in the history of this school, in the history of the CMSD. His name will always be remembered as one of the most clutch performers.
So they got a full house. You're looking at it right there, folks.
It's away.
Unbelievable.
It's away.
It might only be 7 degrees outside, but in here, it's hotter than ever, and there's a lot of happy people.
And you better believe it's already on Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, and everything else to go along with social media. He's a social media superstar right now.
What a game. Folks, you couldn't ask for any better than what happened here today. You see their athletic director, Leroy Carter. He's out there with his team and the coaches. Brett Moore, what a tremendous day.
My sentiments goes out to the Glenville Tar Blooders. They played hard. They missed some shots. They had their chances. They had their chances.
Giving Glenville the trophy for runner-up, and Mike Holt and the Glenville Tar Blooders. They gave it all they had today. It came down to the last shot. And you know, we talk about it all the time, Sam. You mentioned it when we first started. It's tough going out beating somebody 3 times. And every time it got closer and closer as they went.
This is amazing. This is the way championship games are supposed to be.
We'll look at it here one more time.
You got to credit Brett Moore for switching Peoples and Jenkins on that inbounds play. At first, Peoples was taking it out. He made the switch. The rest is history.
Before we go, we got Christian Patterson with our game winner hero, Ron Jenkins.
One of the most clutch shots I've seen in the Senate in a long time. Just talk about what was going through your mind hitting that shot.
Win the game by any means necessary. All I needed to do, I felt, was get the shot up and it was gonna be good, man.
So it was a very close game in the fourth quarter, back and forth, and when it was tied up with under a minute, what was going through your head?
Defense. We got to get stops, you feel me? Defense win games. We understand that. Coach Brad preached that to us every day. And we knew if we get enough stops, the offense will flow for us, we'll get the dub.
Great game.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Unbelievable. Well, folks, you've been watching the CMSD championship game between the East Tech Scarabs and the Glenville Tar Blooders. Joe, a final thought?
I can't wait to do it all again next year. You know, the culmination of their season, you go to these regular season games and you just know it's going to end in drama. Great teams, great conference, great game.
And Sam, on the other side, your thoughts?
I am at a loss of words for the sake of unbelievable. This was a fantastic game. Both teams played hard, but you're going to have one winner. And at the end of the night, that would be the East Tech Scarabs. They played their hearts out. And Mr. Ron Jenkins Jr., he's a big-time player with a big-time shot.
Well, folks, you've been watching CMSD championship action for the last 4 weeks here on TV20. There's so much more to come that'll be coming up. We've got some ice skating shows and boxing and everything else, so please stay tuned. But for tonight, there's a lot of happy Scarabs, and they got it right. Their defending champs came back and got it again. And it's always at the buzzer. A lot of heart and a lot of happiness. So for Joe Wise, Sam Woodfolk, I'm Tim Wells. We're going to take a look at some of the great plays that were part of this championship game. Good night, everyone.